Chosen one, listen to me. They didn't get tired of you. They didn't lose interest. They were cut off. What you felt as distance was not disrespect. It was access being revoked in the spirit. You were not abandoned. They were denied access to you, and you keep calling it, "They left me." But that's not what happened. You were pulled out of reach because what you carry now is too valuable to let unclean hands touch it. Now hear me, you were never the problem. You were the protected one. Chosen one, listen. You've been asking yourself, why did everyone pull away from me? Why did people stop calling? Why did the energy shift? Why did the people I would have died for suddenly go silent like I never existed? You're trying to make it make sense in the natural. But this is not natural. This is not social. This is not accidental. This is spiritual protection. You are not being ignored. You're being protected. There is a difference. Hear me. You didn't lose them. They were removed. When you carry a calling on your life, heaven will start quietly clearing the room. Not because you're unlovable. Not because you're too much. Not because you changed. But because what's attached to you now is too expensive to let contaminated hands touch it. Some people were loyal to your wounds. They were never loyal to your healing. They were comfortable with the version of you that needed them. They were comfortable when you were dim, unsure, guilty, small, apologizing for existing. But they were never going to be comfortable with the version of you that stands in truth. So when truth started waking up in you, they started leaving. This is what you're living right now. Exposure by distance. Heaven saw conversations you didn't hear. Heaven saw intentions you felt but kept ignoring. Heaven saw the jealousy in their compliments. Heaven saw the competition in their support. Heaven saw the way they loved being close to you, but hated the idea of you ever surpassing them. And heaven said, no more access. You're not lonely because you're abandoned. You're isolated because you're selected. People don't understand that isolation is actually evidence of value. Rare things aren't kept on the street. Rare things are separated, secured, protected. A crown is never thrown in a drawer with trash. A weapon that changes battles is not left on the floor. A sacred document is not passed around to random hands. You are not common. You are not casual. You are not everybody's friend anymore. And that shift is making you feel guilty, because you were trained to believe that being available means being kind. Listen, being constantly available was the trap. It's how you kept leaking your energy to people who only came to drink, not to pour. You were pure with people who were strategic. You were transparent with people who were collecting information. You were healing in front of people who were quietly excited to see you weak. Don't romanticize what heaven rescued you from. You keep saying, they stopped talking to me. No, the covering over your life made them uncomfortable. Light will always expose misalignment. Your presence started convicting people you were never trying to confront. Have you noticed this? You didn't argue with them. You didn't attack them. You didn't betray them. You just started growing, and they got angry. That's because your growth was proof that their excuses were lies. That is why they pulled away. Your discipline embarrasses laziness. Your healing exposes manipulation. Your self-respect ruins control. Let me say that again, because your spirit needs to record this. Your self-respect ruins their ability to control you. That's why you changed in their story. Not because you turned arrogant, but because you stopped bleeding for people who were never going to stop stabbing. Don't feel bad for choosing peace. You begged for love and called it loyalty. You called it friendship. You called it family. But what it really was a slow drain, and heaven said, enough. I'm unplugging you. I'm cutting the cord. So yes, right now your circle is small. Right now your phone is quiet. Right now you walk alone a lot. Right now you spend more time in stillness than in noise. Good. That's not a curse. That's detox. You can't carry old poison into a new season. Some of those people did not love you. Let's be real. They loved access to you, access to your mind, access to your time. access to your energy, access to your ideas, access to your comfort, access to your presence. You were an emotional charger for people who never stayed to recharge you. They left full. You stayed empty. That was not friendship, that was feeding. But you couldn't see it then because your heart is pure. You assumed they'd do for you what you did for them. You assumed, if I'm safe for them, they're safe for me. No, some of them were only safe around you because they were draining you. And a drained you is a quiet you. And a quiet you is a manageable you. You think you're alone because you're hard to love. That's not it. You're alone because you're finally hard to use. Your absence right now is not punishment. It's preparation. You are in a protected environment because what is growing in you cannot survive contamination. Listen to me. You are carrying something holy, and I am not talking about religion. I am talking about assignment. Your life is about to affect other lives. Your voice is about to set people free. Your survival story is about to become someone else's reason to keep breathing. When a life becomes that valuable, God will start locking doors behind you. You're trying to open those doors back up out of empathy. Stop, you're not being mean. You're being preserved. You feel the separation more than they do because you had love. They had access. That's why it hurts you and doesn't bother them. You can't compare hearts. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, Gert, but I miss them. I miss how it felt to have people. Of course you do. You're human. But hear me, you don't miss them. You miss the version of yourself that didn't know the truth yet. You miss the comfort of not knowing. You miss the illusion. You miss believing they actually had you, but they didn't, and you finding that out broke you and saved you at the same time. You are not bitter. You are recovering, and recovery requires space. Right now, heaven has you in a space where you're not distracted, not drained, not lied to, not manipulated, not compared, not guilted. Right now, for the first time in a long time, you're actually able to hear your own voice again. That's not loneliness. That's clarity. That's alignment. That's spiritual oxygen. Let me tell you something you really need to understand. When you get close to activation, warfare stops looking like attack and starts looking like isolation, because the enemy can't stop what's on you. So it tries to convince you to abort it yourself by making you feel unwanted, forgotten, abandoned. If you believe I'm abandoned, you'll self-destruct. If you believe I'm protected, you'll step into purpose. It's the same situation. The only difference is interpretation. You're not abandoned. You're protected. Say it. You're not unwanted. You're reserved. Say it. You're not rejected. You're set apart. Say it. You're not alone. You're in consecration. Say it. This season is not against you. It's for you. Because listen, as soon as the next stage of your calling opens, as soon as you start stepping into what you were born to do, as soon as your voice begins to reach the people it was designed to reach, the same ones who vanished will suddenly check on you. They will act like nothing happened. They will act like you're still the same. They will act like they've always believed in you. Don't fall for that performance. You are allowed to be kind and still protect access. Forgiveness is required. Access is not. You don't need anger to move on. You just need clarity. The version of you that bled for attention is gone. The version of you that begged to be chosen is gone. The version of you that took disrespect just to not be alone is gone. You are not standing in that chapter anymore. And because of that, the room around you had to empty. So yes, the silence you're hearing right now is holy. The quiet around you right now is sacred ground. There is power gathering around you. Your mind is stabilizing. Your nervous system is finally calming down. Your spirit is remembering who you are without their opinions. You are coming back to yourself. You are remembering, I am not here to chase people. I am here to carry presence. I am not here to prove I'm worthy. I am here to walk in what's already mine. I am not here to convince anyone to love me. I am here to embody love. Your isolation is not the end of your story. It's the clean room where the next version of you is being built. The ones who were meant to walk with this next version will be sent. You will not have to beg for them. You will not have to explain your soul to them. You will not have to shrink to be tolerated by them. They will recognize you because they were built in fire too. But until they arrive, this silence is your shield. This quiet is your armor. This distance is your covering. You're not being ignored. You're being protected. And very soon, the same people who thought you fell off are going to have to watch you step into exactly what you were called to do without them. And that is going to shake them. Not because you're petty, not because you're spiteful, but because it will finally be undeniable you were never the weak one. You were never the clingy one. You were never the broken one. You were the chosen one. You still are. This is your confirmation. Your isolation is your upgrade. And listen to me carefully now, because this part matters for your soul. Type "I receive it" or "I am protected" in the comments right now as a public agreement with your purpose. Not for me. For you. Speak it. Seal it. Claim it. Because you are stepping into a season where access to you will be sacred. Your time will be protected. Your energy will be heavy with assignment. And your presence will carry authority that makes insecure people deeply uncomfortable. And when they say, "You changed," you'll finally be able to smile and answer, "I was supposed to," because you're not being ignored. You're being protected, and protection is chosen one. If this word hit your spirit, don't ignore it. They didn't lose interest. They lost access. You were not abandoned. You were protected. Type "access revoked" or "I receive it" in the comments right now as your public agreement with this message. Like this video if you're done apologizing for your growth. Share this with someone who thinks they were left behind. And subscribe, because if this found you, you're not random. You're chosen. You're next. And they can't sit this close to you anymore.